Mic check 212. Mic check. Okay, I think we're good. Hey guys, it's Tyra Monet, and this video is overdue. So if you're new here, please like and subscribe because we're going to chit chat. This is kind of like a catching up video because it's been a long 40 days per se. I honestly want to say 40 days, month, January. So let's give an update, get into it, and honestly, just chit chat. I really wanted to talk to you guys, and don't kill me, but I haven't uploaded a video in like 5 weeks. And that was not my original goal. I was supposed to be uploading my videos weekly, but I have to tell you guys, January was rough. January was rough for me. And I wanted to just like kind of do a check-in and give you guys an update of what's been going on because I haven't uploaded in a while. So I apologize, YouTube fam and my wonderful followers, because I kind of been MIA on here, but I have been a little bit more consistent on like Instagram and a little bit of TikTok. Hence, even like after the shutdown that happened, that's another thing. But yeah, so let's get into it. So, as I said, January was honestly really rough for me. For those of you guys who don't know, I do have a full-time job, and I will just briefly say that some of the changes that's been happening, like with the administration, has affected just my job, and that honestly made me a little stressed in January. Like, after the election, so many things have happened and so many things are still happening. And I just needed to just take a moment because I noticed how like my mood and everything was fluctuating in the middle of everything that I had going on, just regarding work, business, and personal. It honestly just felt like a domino effect. And I feel like that also just played a role into me not wanting to pick up the camera and record because I genuinely was feeling so anxious. And I just couldn't do it. And it was just like a multitude of things, like I said, with work and then personal life, things were going on. January just was a rough start to 2025. a rough start to 2025. And February is going pretty good so far. And I have things to look forward to, but as always, but I just wanted to let you guys know that it's okay to take a break and take a pause if you feel like you need to, because I felt so anxious and like, you know, anxiety was hitting me from so many different directions. I felt bad that I also wasn't being consistent with my goals, hence like making sure that I was following up on making YouTube videos every week. But honestly, I had to allow myself some grace because although I wasn't recording, I still got a lot done in January. And I'm proud of myself. So I just want to let you guys know, if you have been feeling the same way or you feel overwhelmed by the media or news and things like that, and even if some things have directly affected you or maybe not, like, it's okay to just have a self check-in and make sure that you're okay to even move forward. And I also talked to my therapist. I started therapy back in November, and I was sharing with her kind of like the same things I'm sharing with you guys, that I just felt completely overwhelmed with everything that's been going on in the world. And she was just like, just limit what you're taking in. And also I also told her I wasn't feeling like 100% satisfied or proud of myself at the moment. And she told me like, you need to start making sure that you're paying attention to what you have accomplished throughout the day, even if it's just little things. So my message is, make sure that you are making note of what you have accomplished throughout the day, even if it's like getting up, doing laundry, or completing a small task that's been on your to-do list. Make sure you just keep note of that and give yourself kudos for like doing what you need to do. On top of that, limit the information and just news, whatever that's going on in life, in the world, because that does ultimately end up like changing your mood, because sometimes you're on social media or you're seeing stuff on TV and you're hearing some things, you're just like, oh my gosh, this is so overwhelming that it really does affect you. So I would say like just pay attention to that and allow yourself some grace, and that's what I'm learning too. Outside of me just taking care of my mental health this past couple of weeks, I have accomplished a lot in the Pilates world, and I know a lot of you guys have been wanting like updates on that and have been staying consistent and watching and staying tuned. And I will say that I'm moving along with my hours, meaning I'm doing my 500-hour certification. So I've been doing a lot of practice teaching hours, and I actually started practice teaching on my friends, and I have truly been enjoying it, even my mom too. So I've been doing like privates and scheduling like appointments, one-on-one sessions with my friends to go over different flows and to try different workouts and just get used to the repetition of like practicing on a person. And what's helpful for me is that like everybody is different. Everybody has a different body shape. Everybody has different issues, may or may not have issues. And I think that also helps me because like one person may have a shoulder issue, while one person may have an issue with their wrist. Everybody is different heights. One of my clients is 6'1", while another one is 4'11". So I'm enjoying just like the variety of clients. I have men, women. So that is really like the self-practice and practicing on others is really helping. And I can tell so much, like even with the sessions I've been doing, I can tell just the huge difference it's making in me just getting further along in my study and my journey. So I have been consistent with that for the last 3 weeks. I've been very consistent with that. I would say I have like maybe 4 to maybe 5 clients a week, meaning that people, I have them scheduled after work and on the weekend. And I'm just always in the studio. So I'm trying to get these hours done. So like I said, I'm enjoying that and that's helping me. I also have been taking a little bit more time to like study online, just watching workouts over and again to make sure I'm doing or teaching the form correctly. I also have been like practicing by myself too. So outside of working with, people, I've been like doing certain things on myself to see how it feels and to like cue myself as I'm doing the workout too. So that's helpful. And so I'm making progress, definitely making progress. I always say this, it's still so much to learn. But when I really look back to when I first started in November and I didn't know anything about Pilates, I don't want to say like nothing about Pilates, but I was fresh. But even now, within 3 months, I have learned so much and it's still so much more to learn. And I'm not going to like pressure myself to make sure I know every single thing, but I do want to be able to, again, help different types of people who may have different issues, who may have different injuries, again, different body types. So I'm learning how to do creative sequencing and also modifications and special populations. I think that really is the key for Pilates. Like at the end of the day, you have the foundations of what a flow should be, like warm up, bridging, abdominals, footwork. Footwork is in the beginning, but you know what I'm saying. But the key is knowing how to modify a person and the goal of the exercise, the goal of what you want your client to do. And that's what I'm learning. And even yesterday, like I don't know how many hours it was. It was from 8 to 3. How many hours is that? It was from 8 to 3. I had a session in the studio for training, and that was extremely helpful. So I feel like I'm honestly just getting like knee deep into this, but I love it and I'm learning a lot, and I'm looking so forward to the future because even like teaching my friends, like they're excited to be consistent. I already have like people reaching out, asking me if I'll be able to teach group classes. And it's just so exciting. I'm just like, wow, like people are really like reaching out and waiting for me to be done. And it's just like individuals like, hey, girl, I need to come to one of your classes. And I'm like, I can't really teach you yet. Like, I'm almost there. I'm still learning. I'm still like trying to pass my exams, you know? But that just goes to show that I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. And the more I continue to focus on my goals, the more I continue to like really make sure that I'm getting good at the craft. I just know when that time comes, I'm going to be ready, and I'm going to be ready to do the work and also make an impact. And that's what I'm excited about. So, making progress with that, y'all. Like I said, what else is going on? Business wise. So business wise, things have been going great. Wonderful, actually. A lot of things have happened in between, but I will say I launched a rebrand for Ty's Garden yesterday. And if you go on my website is brand new. I have all new logo, colors, just a completely different vibe for Ty's Garden. And I'll give you guys a little sneak peek. I may like put the logo like right here or something, but the new goal for Ty's Garden, even just the goal in the back of my head, has always been community, vibrancy, joy, a garden. Like for me, and this is how I like to explain like why Ty's Garden is called Ty's Garden. When I thought of my business and I thought of something that brought me joy, something that brought me peace, something that lifted my spirits, or like a place that I could go that truly even just reminded me of my childhood, it was a garden. And a garden for me is that place. And that's why I call my business Ty's Garden, because when you come to experience, when you come to engage with Ty's Garden in any way, you should feel like you are meant to grow. You should feel like you are invigorated. You should feel vibrant. You should feel at peace at the same time. You should feel just love. And I think that is literally how I've set up my business. And these are the things that I have thought about for years. Ty's Garden has been around since 2020. And I feel like this is the first time where I feel like I actually am following my vision. It sounds crazy, but it's like I'm following and truly implementing my vision because I understand the way that things work, and I understand more so like what people need and just the message behind what everything that I'm doing. So yes, so new logo, new website, new colors. The colors are yellows, pinks, reds, like a red, orange, blue, and like a cream color. So very vibrant. Like the yellow is kind of like the color of this chair. So I just love it. And I'm glad that everyone else loves it too, because I have a tendency to like second guess myself. And I'm like, everybody's going to hate this. This looks crazy. Like, this is going to look so bad. And that is what we call self-doubt. And self-doubt is such a hindrance. And I'm learning that. And I'm learning that I forgot what message, or I read something. I have to go back because I've been reading a lot of like uplifting and spiritual things that just have been keeping me on track. That's another thing I'm going to get into. But literally, it's just like a hindrance. Like, oh, I was talking to Brittany. I actually had podcast, not a podcast. I actually had a conversation on Instagram Live with a longtime friend of mine. We went to college together, and this is what we were talking about. So we were talking about how self-doubt and low self-esteem and things like that are literally a hindrance on you achieving your goals because you are putting those thoughts in your head. Sometimes people are saying it to you, but sometimes like we hinder ourselves from going to the next step because we're just constantly overthinking doing something. And I say that because, again, my logo and just the rebrand, like I kept feeling like this is not right. This is not good. Like, but I had to remember, like, what was the goal of me doing this? What is the message I want people to receive when they do see it, when they do see my rebrand, when they do continue to engage with Ty's Garden moving forward? And I was just like, you know what? This is it. I feel like this fulfills the vision, and I put it out there, and so far, so good. So again, don't allow your thoughts or negative self-talk to hinder you from putting yourself out there. Yeah, this good things have been going on. So new branding is out now. After this, I'll actually put out a newsletter for those of you guys who are signed up through Ty's Garden. A little bit more details about what's been going on too. So make sure you go to the website and www.tysgarden.co.co and sign up for the newsletter, because why are you not signed up? You may be subscribed, but you need to sign up. Also, business-wise, I want to take a moment to just like say that I'm so happy and I'm so excited for spring and summer, mainly spring. And it literally is so funny because spring is literally when my business flourishes. That's why, hence like a garden. But I lie to you not, I literally have like 5 or 6 events from this week until May. Isn't that a blessing? 5, I think it's legit 5 or 6. Yeah, maybe 5. 5 events. 6 is one is in the works. But I have an event this upcoming Sunday, all the way up until May. So it's just like things are going really good, and I've been planning for it like in between me studying. So like I said, guys, I feel like this is the first time where I just truly feel like I'm knee deep into Pilates. I'm knee deep into just like making sure I'm consistent. That's my word for 2025. So I'm very excited. So sneak peek for events. It's all things based on, self-empowerment, renewal, springtime, making connections, a lot of self-love as well. I think that is where a lot of these events are leading me to. A lot of self-reflection as well. So I will say also, like in January, I met some great people that are honestly like the domino effect of how these events are happening. So I'm definitely blessed for that. And I will say sometimes it just takes like you attending one networking event. And I talked about that in one of my last videos, and I'll put that in here for you to watch. I talked about the importance of putting yourself out there and talking about what you do, because if you don't talk about it and manifest it and put it out into the universe, it's not going to come back to you. And me literally, and I said this before, me literally going to just one networking event always opens doors for me for the months to come. Like just going to I went to one event last year that altered the trajectory of me doing events throughout the year. And then I went to one event in January that has literally opened like a domino effect for, I honestly want to say, if not 3 out of the 5 events that are happening within the next couple of weeks and months. So get out there. Please get out there. Go to an event. Introduce yourself. Tell people what you do. Tell them you want to partner with them. Like, you have to do that. Partnerships are the key. Remember that. Partnerships are the key. So great things are coming, guys. Also, I've been working on a lot of products. So I literally have products waiting for me. I need to just check them off, make sure they're good to go, because I want to make sure I'm providing good things for you guys. On the back end, I'm still working on a lot of different designs due to the rebrand. So everything just has to be flowing consistently with just the rollout of everything that's coming. Some are, wellness things, Pilates stuff too. So this is really exciting. This is so exciting. Outside of that, yeah, and it's so crazy, how I started this conversation. Yes, January was just crazy. Yeah, it was rough a little bit. It was definitely rough, but I'm glad that I have a lot to look forward to. And that's why I say, just allow yourself grace. I know I haven't been readily consistent with what I had in my mind, but I think this is a good update for you guys because a lot has happened. And just continue to, like I said, allow yourself grace, do what you can do what's best for you. Put yourself out there. Stay on track with your goals. Follow up. If you're not getting something back, it's okay to follow up. A lot of people don't like to follow up, but, follow up maybe 1 or 2 times. And if you don't, that means that door is not meant for you or it's meant for another time. I think a lot of times we end up forcing things that are not meant to be. And we get so frustrated when it's really just not the time for it. I'm learning that as well. And one other instance that happened recently, a very close friend of mine, we were talking about a situation, and basically the message and testimony out of that situation is you have to do your part. And this is my mantra. Y'all know my mantra. Do your best and God will do the rest. You have to do your part. You have to follow up. You have to inquire. If you don't ask, you won't receive. Literally, that is the message. If you don't ask, you won't receive. So when you are doing what you need to do or trying to figure things out, ask for what you want. You'll be surprised about what comes back to you. And if somebody says no, or if it's not available, like I said, it may not be the time for it. You may come back to it, but it's a way for you to figure out what you need to do. Okay? So, thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate it. That's the update. I'm going to probably come back and do an actual get to know me video, because I feel like that's what the channel needs. A get to know me, hey, I'm Ty, but for now I feel like y'all kind of know me a little bit. But if you don't, let me know. If you want to know more about me, let me know. So thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate it. And until next time, please subscribe, and peace. Bye.